Ladies and gentlemen, it is your high guy, your fly guy, the truth from the booth, B.I. Double, here to bring you this week's edition of Mayhem. And we are kicking things off with the former HCW World Heavyweight Champion, Iceman. It was all good just a couple weeks ago, until Tim Heel cashed in that briefcase. Iceman now back on the chase, but management gave him a match here. And Hardwood Rich Mahogany is the man who stepped up and said he wants that match. Iceman scoffed. Iceman not happy. Iceman wants nothing but Tim Heel, but instead gets himself Hardwood Rich Mahogany in the opening match of this week's edition of Mayhem. And it is about that time to kick things off. And Dirtbag Iceman in the building, still rocking that damn coat. That is Moto's coat, sir. Iceman does not look happy, knowing that he does not have a match against Tim Heel tonight, but instead has a match against a Super Junior. He has like a permanent scowl on his face now. And Hardwood Rich Mahogany making his way to a ring for what could be the biggest match of his career. Stepping in there with the winningest champion in HCW history. Iceman versus Hardwood Rich Mahogany here to kick off Mayhem. And Iceman out of the blocks. Northern Lights doesn't bridge himself. Does that mean he's mad at himself? How does this work? European uppercut rocks Mahogany. And now transitions into that side Russian leg sweep. And it is all Iceman in this one. Stiff kick to the back. Make it another. And then a stomp. Rich not having room to breathe here. Snaps off a jawbreaker just to create separation. Snapmare's Iceman drops the elbow. Out of the second rope. Waits for Iceman to get to his feet. Goes for the double axe handle. Iceman not having it. Sidesteps. Mahogany then violates Wizard Rule. I guess he was trying to show he wasn't scared, but he got a sweet and sour suplex for his troubles. Iceman off the ground and pound, raining the rights. Now stomping away at Mahogany. And that's Tim Heel's music being played. Mahogany tried to get up, could not do anything in time. Instead, on the shoulders, dropped on the top turnbuckle. Going for the leg, but Mahogany able to boot out that bad knee. Him playing all sorts of mind games. Iceman with that running stinger splash. And a big clothesline for Mahogany. Break of the eyes. Rich trying to get it done here. Has Iceman up. Rolling fireman's carry. I wish somebody on TV knew what the hell that was. Now off the right hand, pulls Iceman up and over with the vertical suplex. Tim Heel getting in the head of Iceman here. Something tells me he is not thinking about this match with Mahogany at all right now. And Hardwood pulls him up to his feet again and up and over with the vertical suplex. Up and down, drops the knee. Connected straight with the chest of the former world champion. Now going for that Steiner recliner. Everything was coming up Iceman until that distraction of Tim Heel's music. Now up and over with the reverse DDT. Iceman needs to focus on the task at hand. And a right hand to the jaw of Mahogany. I was going to say Iceman not in a hurry to go out there taking the count out, but now on the floor, stomping and elbowing. Just throwing nasty shots. Mahogany introduces him to the side of the apron. Now into the steps. And an elbow drop to the spine of his own. Hardwood looking to make a statement here. He's sent into those steps yet again. Referee to count of 6. Now back in the ring. Shoots the half, and Iceman kicks out at 1. Rich trying to follow it up. That arm ringer takedown, driving Mahogany down onto his shoulder. Now rolled away from the ropes just so Iceman could drop that elbow. You got to think every strike that connects from Iceman, he is thinking about Tim Heel, but he should be thinking about that knee. Exposed knee to the jaw from Rich Mahogany. Pulled that move out of nowhere. I call it the splinter. He hates it. Now up onto the shoulders. Rolling fireman's carry one more time. And Rich Mahogany looking to make a statement here. Back up on the shoulders. Swung out into a sidewalk slam. And off the distractions, and Iceman never being fully in this match. Hardwood Rich Mahogany picks up a victory. It was all good until they started playing Tim Heal's music. Iceman would then go into a rage. And Mahogany would use that against him, throwing him into the steel steps multiple times. Hitting a couple of big moves and picking up the biggest victory of his young career. And there it is. I call it the Splinter. He hates me. Don't have a name for that one yet. And Lightning Henry Burnett. I call him the Lightning Kid. And he is in the chat. He is paying attention. And Mahogany did indeed just beat a certified legend. And what does that say for his future? The kid earned something. As we move on to our next match of the evening. This one between two former world and hybrid champions. Trustin Banks, along with J.S. Paycheck in his corner, take on Showtime. It's the leader of the Dynasty Club versus the leader of the Grove Street Goons. Crazy to see nobody in Showtime's corner, but then again, every member of the Goons has had or will have a match here tonight. We will see Rachel Street take on Liz next. Big money in the main event. And our warm-up match just for the fans that never gets put on TV. Big fan of those matches. Some of the best we've ever had. And that was the Gatekeepers versus Trill and Big D. Showtime has no backup here as he takes on Trustin Banks with J.S. Paycheck in his corner. Trustin Banks making his way down to the ring. The man has one of the most punchable faces I have ever seen in this business. Showtime in the building. Showtime's almost lost himself here in the second half of season 3. So dominant for over a season, constantly holding gold. It is still strange to see him not with any. the Grove Street Goons in the ring, blowing the entire pyro budget. Justin Banks versus Showtime. I am intrigued by this one as Showtime immediately double reverses the whip, comes back with a leg lariat, takes Banks down. Now into those Kawada kicks, backflip just because. And now Bulldog driver. And Banks is going to roll to the outside, take a breather. Showtime came out of the blocks hot. Banks slides in, Fire Pro elbow. Goes to follow up, falling arm breaker from Showtime. Showtime's technique absolutely on point tonight. But he knows he still has more to prove before he can find himself back in title contention. This match could be a great first step for either man. Banks pulls him up just to drop him down with a neck breaker. Now a DDT. Continues the work on the neck of Showtime as JS Paycheck claps along on the outside. As I said, this is not the last we'll see of the Goons. It is also not the last we will see of the Dynasty Club, as stocks and bonds will be in action later on tonight. Right now, Showtime fighting his way out of the corner, ducks the line, gets hit with the second. And Henry taking shots at absolutely everybody right now. And I love it. Almost as much as Trusted Banks loves himself. As Showtime up on the shoulders, hot shots him down across the top rope. Now looks to climb his way to the second. Goes for the axe handle, but Showtime drops down to avoid it. Banks still right there, up and over, vertical suplex. Right back to keeping Showtime grounded, grabbing a hold of the trapezius, trying to weaken those arms. But as I've said multiple times in Showtime matches, snaps off a jawbreaker. It is not the arms you need to worry about. It is that boot coming out of thin air. But that side effect kind of shut me up mid-sentence, I guess. Showtime off the rope, spikes the Rana. Now a good old-fashioned taunt, because why not? Showtime's one of the few men who can consistently violate Wizard Rule and be okay. Goes for the slam. And Banks not having it, rolls over the shoulders into the reverse DDT. Now back to work on the neck of Showtime. He has not laid off the neck this entire match. Came in with a game plan, is executing it to perfection. Showtime forced to wrestle defensively. It's that Showtime special rolling reverse DDT and a suck it too sweet. Just for everybody watching. Off the ropes into the Tanahashi takedown. Big uppercut. Showtime feeling it now. Gotta shake off the cobwebs of the neck. Hits the Phoenix vertically from the second rope. Did not get all of it. Banks is back up. Shot to the gut. Follows it with a drive-by neckbreaker. Pin right in front of Paycheck. And Showtime able to kick out at 2. And that flipping neckbreaker, almost a flipping cutter. for the drop kick. Banks with a sixth sense, get out of the way, and pulls Showtime in for that short arm clothesline. Drops the knee to the back of the neck, burying Showtime's face on the canvas. Boot to the side of the head. These two men have wrestled for a world championship in the past. Now wrestling to get themselves back into world championship contention. And Banks in control right now. Pulls Showtime up just to hit the axe handle in the spine. And that's not where you want to be. Flips him out. High velocity reverse DDT from Banks. Showtime, though, don't know if he was playing possum or what, but gets the jawbreaker, goes for a strike, eats a right hand from Banks. Banks go for the suplex. Showtime sandbags him a little bit, but goes over the second time. You see that shockwave roll up the spine. Showtime reaching at his neck. And this won't do his neck any favors. Trust fund. Hooked the leg on the center shield. And Showtime able to kick out at 2.5, but his eyes don't look good. Showtime now up, going for that side effect yet again. Banks able to fight it out, but violates Wizard Rule and eats a big flying forearm for his troubles. Showtime off the ropes again. Going for that spike Rana, but Banks had it scouted. Takes him down with a drop toe hold. Now shoots the half forearm in the face. And Showtime kicking out at 2.5 again, but not a lot behind the kick out. Banks, like as I said, Banks has an extremely punchable face. Snapmare from Showtime. Picks up the momentum, flipping neck breaker. Showtime, one of the meanest second wins in HCW, goes for the belly to belly, eats a bionic elbow, but there's the Wizard special. Pops him up into the boots. Looks like the boots caught him in the forehead. Banks busted open now. Showtime turns him around. Wizard Special 2.0. Hit both versions. Now hooks the leg. Feet on the ropes. And only a count of 2. Showtime tried to steal it. Banks sends him in the corner. Now waylaying him with right hands. Follows it up. Now stomps in a choke. Banks sees his own blood and is extremely upset. Going for that reverse DDT, it looked like again, but Showtime able to snap off that single arm breaker. Standing moonsault. Henry wants to come back. We'd love to have him. Showtime stretches out the back into the pin, but too much time in between. He might have had him off that standing moonsault. Pulls him up, reverse DDT just to lay out the reverse DDT. Showtime now sends him into the corner. Could be looking for some high impact offense here. But no, back elbow from Banks. Doesn't want anything high risk. Inverted atomic drop. Off the ropes, drops the axe handle to the chest. Showtime though fights back. Short arm shoulder tackle. Banks is down into the cover. Banks able to kick out at 2 yet again. Showtime pulls him up. Into another layout reverse DDT. Showtime not going for that shotgun boot. Instead looking to inflict punishment on Trustin Banks here. And he punches him in the PP. And that's not a good look. Ref gonna let it go. Ding ding screaming. Showtime rocked against those ropes. And a slingshot suplex. What in the Tully Blanchard is going on? Banks now back in control. With Showtime against the ropes. Drops him throat first across one more time. Banks looking to take advantage. That high-speed reverse DDT yet again into the cover. And Showtime kicks out at 2.5 one more time. Banks looking to end it. Has his thoughts on the trust fund. Swings it out into the cover. Ref in position. And Showtime falls to Trustin Banks, but what a hell of a match. Banks celebrates. Something stopping him here. He comes back to put the boots to Showtime. Ref trying to get Banks out of here. Banks already had the victory, did not have to do that. And a hell of a match here on Mayhem. And we are far from done as we move on to the women's division and one more member of the Grove Street Goons as Rachel Street goes one-on-one with Liz here. Liz has been trying the last couple months to get herself back into the women's championship picture, but something keeps on happening. She's lost triple threat matches. People have come out of nowhere to pick up victories. Now she sees herself in a match with an up-and-coming star. It's Rachel Street picking up victories as of late, trying to get herself on this top shelf level of the women of HCW. And a victory here tonight would definitely help that out. It's Rachel Street versus Liz. Next on Mayhem. Rachel Street making her way to the ring. She knows how big this match is, but showing nothing but confidence. And the leader of the Liz Cliz makes her way into the ring. Rachel Street, Liz one-on-one. Bell rings and women's division action is live. They lock up center of the ring. Liz grabs a hold of the side headlock. Rachel backs her to the rope, sends her off, connects with a drop kick. Pops up into the Rana. Rachel able to fight back from the ground. Tilt-a-whirls over the shoulders into the head scissor. Liz on the outside now. Rachel runs in with that shoulder. Rachel follows Liz to the outside. Sends her up towards that ramp. Drops the elbow, but Liz out of the way. Going for that low swinging neck breaker. Rachel not having it. They are on the exposed concrete. Snap suplex. And Rachel could be looking to steal it. Liz ate that suplex on the concrete. Count of 6. But still makes it back in the ring. Drops Rachel down on the back of her head. Liz with that drop kick planted right between the shoulder blades. Rising knee from Street. And Liz answers back with one of her own. And a boot right to the ribs. Takes that fly off the second, splash onto Street. Now has Rachel up on her shoulders. Turns her around. Snake eyes in the corner. And Liz with the running knee. Now it's Rachel forced to roll to the outside. Try to gain her composure, catch her breath. Liz runs in, forearm takes Rachel down. Liz's back has to be screaming after that suplex. And something tells me Rachel's back is doing the same thing now. Boots connecting with the spine. Snap suplex from Liz. Goes for the boot, but Street out of the way, makes her way back up. Punch to the spine. Pump handle backbreaker, assaulting the lower back of Liz. And Rachel gonna do something crazy. Goes for the splash, no water in the pool. Back elbow from Liz. These two fighting it out on the floor. There's that low swinging neck breaker she was looking for earlier. Big right hand, turns Street around. Pulled in with the reverse DDT. Sent back into the ring. Liz pulling her away from those ropes. Into the cover, leg hooked. Knee to the spine yet again. Liz stretches out the arm, stomps on the shoulder. And a disrespectful slap to the face. Continues to stomp the arm. Now a face plant dead center. Knife edge chop from Liz. Goes for another, but Rachel fighting from the ground. Pulls Liz in. Another backbreaker. Her back has to be screaming in agony. As you see her clutching at the lower back. A clothesline from Rachel, making a pair. Leg lariat takes Liz down. And this won't end well as she butterflies the arms into another backbreaker, knee right into the spine. Liz, though, fights back with a jawbreaker. Steel City Harriet into the cover. And something tells me that was all she had left. But it was just enough to get the job done. We take a look back at some of the highlights, but all that really matters, Steel City Harriet levels Rachel Street. Liz celebrates her victory. We get set for our next match of the evening. And it is tag team action. As we get another look at the Dynasty Club with Stocks and Bonds. Tag team division action against the High and Mighty. As Bake and Marcus look to bring some of that Steel City strong style in. It's paid dividends so far. They look to see if they can continue this trend. Standing in their way, an established tag team. Stocks and Bonds looking for their next big victory. Knows what this match could do for them. High and Mighty versus Stocks and Bonds next on Mayhem. High and Mighty in the building. Bake getting it done in the triad, but currently not a championship in sight here at his home promotion. And now Stocks and Bonds making their way to the ring, representing the Dynasty Club. Blake Bond on your right, the British technician. Johnny Stock on your left. Stocks and Bonds versus High and Mighty. Bake starting things off with Bond. Bake runs in for that DDT. Bond had it well scouted. Drops Bake on that big shoulder. Now a drop kick levels the big man. Bake going for the right hand, gets caught. There's the exploder suplex using that low center of gravity. Bake pulls up, short arm clothesline, levels Bond. Now a belly to Baker suplex early. Did not want all that weight coming down, crashing on your chest. Pulls him to the corner, tags in Mighty, who's looking to fly. Instead, waits for Bond to get to his feet. Diving clothesline. Going for the vertical, but instead Northern Lights with a bridge. The Iceman escaped. A stomp to the side of the face of Marcus. Turns him around, packages up that knee, jams it down into the knee breaker, follows it with a Saito suplex. And as I said, Blake Bond knows what he's doing in that ring. Hits that missile dropkick right to the chest. The more technical side of the Dynasty Club. These two Brits doing big things here at HCW. Mighty fights his way out of the corner with a knee lift, goes for the slam, but Bond right there. Neck breaker. And we are tagging in Johnny Stock here. Bake begging for a tag. Stock able to stop Mighty in his tracks. Now it's Stock who's ascending the ropes. Drops the elbow right onto the chest. But a dragon screw from Marcus as he makes his way up. Kick right to the back. Stock sent into the High and Mighty corner, but fights out with a big boot and a nasty right hand that levels Mighty. Measuring him off the ropes, knee lift, caught into the neck breaker. Beautiful combination. Now just ramming the back of Mighty's head down onto the mat. Mighty fights back with a jawbreaker, tornado DDT. Tags the big man back into the match. Bake, go behind, and you're going for a ride, sir. As Stock gets flung across the ring with a German, now gets his knee jammed into the mat. Turns him around, does it one more time. Bake absolutely ruthless in the early goings of this one. He has Stock up, drops him throat first across the top. Bond begging for a tag here, but Bake's absolutely smothering Johnny Stock, who finally gets his opening over the shoulders into the neck breaker. tags in Blake Bond. Blake now European uppercut, rocks Bake, but he runs right into a fireman's carry. Bake pulls him up, big right hand, turns him around. Reverse DDT position, drops the elbow to the center of the chest. And Bond just whipped to the floor. Bake wastes no time following him up. Bake has his eyes on championship gold. Short arm shoulder tackle. Blake Bond introduced to that steel ring post as Bake pulls him up, drops the backbreaker. Something tells me Bake doesn't care about getting counted out, but now that he's aware, we'll send him back in. Johnny Stock begging for a tag. Bake not going to let that one happen. Instead, Bond whipped into the high and mighty corners. We're looking at a double team here. And that's not where you want to be. Package pile driver rolled through into the brain buster. And Bond could be out cold, but instead able to double leg Mighty. Mighty not having it. Jawbreaker gets back to his feet. Looked like he was thinking discus lariat, but instead got caught, whipped into the Stocks and Bonds corner, fights out with the boot, has him up. Atomic drop, holds on. Let's make it another, still not done. The trifecta. Mighty always staying on his opponent. Fireman's carry position, drops him across the top. Now sent back into the high and mighty corner. So we're getting quick tags. Back elbow from Mighty. Bake there. Sends him into the corner, up and over clothesline. Bake now. Crossface is absolutely rocking Blake Bond. And a Steel City Lariat. Bake shoots the half into the cover. But Blake Bond able to kick out at 2. Showing the resiliency, fighting back with the elbow. Head and arm suplex. Too close to the ropes to bridge, but look at the strength of Blake Bond. Mighty having words with Blake from the outside. There's a drop kick, likes the trio. Ducks off the line. Instead goes for a crossbody. Bake catches into the rib breaker. And Bake has him up. Man, get out of here. Pulls him away from the ropes. Shoots the half, hooks the leg, Mighty in. DDT to Stock, and High and Mighty pick up the victory. What a finish there. As High and Mighty with great tag team action here. And we are not done, as we still have one more match to go. Your main event of the evening. Big Money Matt Lewis, your new Ultraviolet champion, has stepped it up as of late. And now someone else has stepped up, and that man is War and Peace. And War and Peace wants him a piece of that championship. It is War and Peace, but going one-on-one against Big Money Matt Lewis here in the main event of Mayhem. Big Money went from doing nothing to main eventing. Talk about a come up. And we are wasting no time. Big Money throwing the rights. Putting the boots to War and Peace. The ref trying to slow this thing down, get it officially started. And Matt, staying on his opponent, does not appreciate being called out like this. Stomp to the arm. Overhead belly to belly from War and Peace, though. Peace looking to take advantage, now grabs a hold of the trapezius. Knee drop to the back of the neck. War and Peace just playing games now. He's just taking advantage, dropping the big strikes. But I don't know if you want to try to strike with Big Money, who has the big man up, lots of bigs, as he gets dropped throat first across the top rope. Now into a good old-fashioned Romero stretch. Big Money been working on the wrestling. Money fights back. The elbow runs in with the drop toe hold. Matt sends Peace into the corner. Turns him around. Now looking to send him pillar to post. Follows it up with that running boxer punch to the gut, one to the face. Goes for the boot. Warren catches, though. Interrupted all that. Has him up. There's a Samoan drop. Has a lot of strength to contend with from Peace. Matt gonna have to continue those strikes and hope he doesn't get caught. Clothesline, but Peace sees him. Back body drop on the way in. Still rolling. There's a spine buster. Right hand turns Big Money around. And War and Peace has him up. Looking for a war report. Peace not following it up. Stops Matt from getting to those ropes, though. Pulls him in. Peacekeeper. It's like he let him thought it was going to happen. Hooks the leg. But Big Money able to kick out at 2.5. War and Peace swore it was over there, but not letting it get to him. Just continuing with the offense. The knee drop to the back of the neck again. Driving Big Money's face into the canvas. Going for the cutter, and Stevie gets a dub. Big right hand from Big Money. Going for another, but it's blocked by War and Peace, who takes him down with that standing clothesline. More of a right hook. Stomping away at the chest of the Ultraviolet champion. carry from Lewis. On his way up, another right. Goes low with the boot. Big Money has him up, powerbomb position. Drops him face first in the corner. Now just raking the bottom of the boot across the face of War and Peace. Pulls him away from the cover, hooks the leg, ref out of position. War and Peace kicking out at 2. He eats that boot for his troubles. Big Money puts him in the corner. Now putting him up top, thinking high impact offense, but War and Peace back elbows his way out of it. Big overhand rights, one that turns him around, and that's not where you want to be in the clutches of a War Report. Big Money feeling that shoulder, grabbing at the right shoulder. Without the right shoulder, there is no knockout punch. And there's also a Peacekeeper in his future as War and Peace hooks the leg. And War and Peace, as if he didn't already want it, has now earned his shot at the Ultra Violent Championship. We take a look back. There's the first War Report. And Peacekeeper. Big Money would fight his way out of it, but right there going for the 10-piece. War and Peace not having it. And after a little brawl, another War Report. A second Peacekeeper. And War and Peace standing tall here in the main event of Mayhem. Made it to the finals of Moto Combat, but now wants his shot at Big Money's championship. But that will do it for us here at Mayhem. So, for all the boys and girls in the back, everybody watching around the world and in this arena here tonight, for Big Money, Matt Lewis, most importantly for War and Peace, I have been your high guy. Yes, indeed, your fly guy. The truth from the booth, B.I. double, signing off. Now, programming note, we will either have Throwdown tomorrow or Thursday. Pay attention to your alerts. Things are changing last minute. There's still a shot we can go on tomorrow. If not, we will be back normal day Thursday, but just a half hour earlier at 12:30 Eastern. See you then.